So good evening, everyone, and welcome to our very first official All Saint Lucia Pitch Presentation event. This is an event which is part and parcel of the Academy for Women Entrepreneur St. Lucia program. This is the culminating activity at the end of the training that the ladies would have participated in. Only qualifying ladies who would have achieved certain criteria would be participating in this pitch presentation. But before I go ahead and introduce our special invited guests, as well as our judges, I would just like to give everyone an overview as to what ALL really is. So the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, or ALL, is a United States Department of State, Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs funded initiative for women. It is a unique professional business training course centered around Dream Builder, which guides candidates through the basics of planning, managing, marketing, and funding a business plan to better position themselves in the market. At the end of this training, the women will get their own personalized business plan, action plan, and capital action plan, access to grant funding, and possible seed funding for their business. The U.S. Embassy of Barbados, the Eastern Caribbean, and the OECS partnered with 2017 Wildlife alumna, myself, in 2020 to coordinate and implement ALL in St. Lucia. The implementing partner for ALL in St. Lucia is SLUDTERA. SLUDTERA is a private social enterprise and entrepreneur support organization, sourcing, connecting, and empowering through education, training, and entrepreneurship. We provide a platform of programs and initiatives for the youth, the unemployed, and entrepreneurs. SLUDTERA works in collaboration with individual entrepreneurs, businesses, units of government, educational institutions, labor, and community-based organizations to implement ALL in St. Lucia. Since 2020, a total of 71 St. Lucian women have graduated from this free program. The program content for ALL St. Lucia includes enrichment learning with project-based training. The goals of this program are to promote collective economic prosperity and stability by creating a holistic, inclusive learning community to advance the development of St. Lucian women entrepreneurs, to provide St. Lucian women with a clear and concise framework for either launching or developing their skills in a variety of areas to experience growth, which is essential in all business success, to provide access to funding opportunities and networks that can greatly increase the overall output of St. Lucian women-owned businesses and social ventures. Now, the theme for this year's program is empowering women to help build a resilient economy. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce our very first speaker, who is going to give us a few brief remarks. And I'm speaking of none other than Ms. Simone Kendall. She is the Deputy Public Affairs Officer at the U.S. Embassy of Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean. Thank you so very much, Simone. You may take the floor.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, Michelle. It truly is an honor to be with you all this evening. I do send regards on behalf of the U.S. Ambassador Linda Tagliatella to the U.S. Embassy. She unfortunately was unable to attend, but sends her regards due to some leave that she had planned. But she, as well as myself and the entire embassy community, are so proud of the work that SLUDTERA, as well as the team, are doing with ALL. We are so grateful to you all for taking that leap and participating in ALL. I know that it comes with its challenges with life and everything else, but I really do commend each one of you on just taking the leap into your professional development and taking your businesses and your business ideas and investing in all of those. So much of the work that the U.S. Embassy does is tied to really supporting women's economic empowerment, and ALL is just one of those many opportunities. I really want to commend SLUDTERA on all of the work that they're doing and continue on in another successful year in this program. This is my first time participating in a pitch presentation, so I'm very excited to hear from each one of you, and I'm very excited to see the outcomes and for you all to demonstrate what you've been learning and to test out those skills. So on behalf of the U.S. Embassy, I want to say congratulations to each one of you. Looking forward to this evening, and thank you.
Thank you so very much, Simone, for those kind words. And let me just tell you that Simone has this wonderful smile that just radiates throughout the room. It is just contagious. It is just contagious. It never ends. So I would like to again thank you, Simone, for joining us. But I do know that there's another representative here at from the embassy who's joining us. I'm hoping that she'll be able to at least say hi, to everybody. Would I be able to get that from her? Is it possible? Yes. Yay! Oh my gosh. Okay, so just to give you a quick idea as to who this wonderful young lady is, Miss Lissa Howell. She is my main contact at the US Embassy, and she's a darling, a 100% darling. I love her, absolutely love her. So again, thank you so much, Simone and Lissa, for joining us for this evening session. And we do have another very special guest who is joining us. And I would like her to say a hello to you so that you can also understand what you are being offered as a result of participating in this presentation event. Miss Sophia Jan, can you please unmute yourself and let the ladies know what it is that they will be receiving as a result of this participation from the Taiwanese Embassy? Sophia, are you there? Oh, she may have stepped away from her device, but we will come back to Sophia so that she can say hi. But in fact, what is actually happening is that we have collaborated and partnered with the technical mission of the Taiwan Embassy to provide and to offer the ladies who are presenting this evening an opportunity to participate in the business coaching program, which is part of the Upskilling Academy of the Jeunesse program taking place at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. So I just want to say thank you so much to the Taiwan Embassy for extending that offer to our ladies here who are going to be presenting, and an advanced congratulations to all of you for that particular offer. So again, I would like to say that we are being joined by some wonderful professionals who are going to be our judges for this evening. And I'm going to be introducing them so that you know who they are. So first and foremost, we have the sole gentleman who is going to be our judge, and this is Mr. Leslie Collymore. So Mr. Leslie Collymore is from Advanced Intellectual Methods, and he is the founder and principal consultant of that company, also known as AIM. Now, and its subsidiary Digital Kitchen, a management consultancy specializing in strategic marketing, digital media, and innovation. A self-described marketing and technology evangelist, Mr. Collymore brings a unique perspective on the customer experience through digital transformation, people, processes, and the brand. Mr. Collymore is the father of 2 boys and the president of the St. Lucia Basketball Federation. Mr. Collymore, please say good evening to our, there we go, wonderful gentleman over here. Awesome.
Good evening.
Yay, there we go. All right, so our next judge is Miss Danielle Du Bois. Now I say that because it rolls up the tongue really, really well. So she is from Dramacan Talent House. So Danielle Du Bois is the founding artistic director of Dramacan Talent House, a multimedia and theatrical production company. Dramacan has produced plays, podcasts, and PSAs, and focuses heavily on capacity building for its members and promoting the importance of theater and creative arts as a community and nation builders. Outside of Dramacan, Danielle is a communications specialist, currently working as an information officer in the communications unit of the Ministry of Education, and provides freelance writing services such as copywriting and speech writing. Danielle has over 9 years experience in the field of theatrical directing, communications, and teaching. She has a proven track record of excellence on a national and regional level, with expertise that spans creative writing, artistic directing, artiste, and talent management. Recently, she made her debut as a playwright with the play The Gopwell Rehabilitation Center, which Dramacan Talent House produced in January of this year as part of the Nobel Laureate Festival. So I would like Ms. Du Bois to say hi to our guests. Danielle, are you here with us? Hey.
Hello, good night, everyone. All of us, good night, ladies.
Yes, yes, yes. So you can understand now after hearing her bio as to why she's a judge, right? For the storytelling thing. You understand why. All right. So now we move on to judge number 3. So we have Miss Emma Charles. Emma Charles is with First National Bank Limited. She's a banker with 2 decades of excellence in the financial services industry. She specializes in business lending, having enjoyed a progressive career that spans operations, customer service, card services, and personal and banking lending. Her passion for helping others grow makes her interaction with clients natural, effortless, and enjoyable. And she regularly visits clients to keep updated with their affairs, while using the opportunity to offer financial advice and assistance if and when required. She joined the First National Bank St. Lucia team in the capacity of relationship manager following the exit of RBC Royal Bank from the Eastern Caribbean market, with just over 3 years of experience with the Canadian multinational financial services company. This followed her stint with the Bank of St. Lucia, where her banking career started. Emma is currently pursuing an international MBA with an expert certificate in corporate finance and holds a Master in Project Management, MPM 2016, from the University of International Corporation, Mexico. Bachelor of Honors to 2006, Sociology and Management from the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine, and completed several Moody's Analytics certificates in credit coach, small business lending, commercial lending, and problem loans. Additionally, she holds certificates in management skills, leadership and strategy, international training, and facilitation skills and counseling women. Outside of work, she is a Toastmaster, loves the outdoors, and is a huge sports fan. Emma, say hi to everyone so that they can see who you are.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
There we go.
Thank you, Michelle.
Glad to have you with us, Emma. And last but not least, I left this wonderful young lady for last because we did not get her bio in time. And what better way to introduce someone than to hear it from themselves? So I'm speaking of none other than Dr. Nadine Collins. Can you please say hi to everyone and briefly introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Nadine, not Nadine. And I just said that I've been on the road all day today. Today was a messed up day for me, but it's nice to be here with you guys. I am Nadine Collins. I currently work with women globally, helping them to build their speaking platforms and also to publish books. And so I have the honor of helping them to break through whatever indoctrinations or mindset issues that they may have that may hinder them so that they can really use their voices to empower others. And I'm excited to be here because storytelling and story writing is a big part of what I do as I help women build their signature talks.
Thank you so much, Nadine, for that. And we are so happy to have you. So, ladies and special invited guests, now you've heard everyone who's playing a really big role in this particular event. So let's just go reel back to Sophia and let's see if she's available. Sophia, are you with us? Sophia, are you there?
Yes, good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly.
Yes. I appreciate that I have this opportunity to attend this event, and I hope all the participants can have a very good practice in and the show in later. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Sophia. All right, so this is everyone, but of course there is, a few people who are just as important as those people who I just introduced. And can anybody guess who those people are? Can just one person tell me who's the most important ingredient in this entire event?
We are.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Shout it out. Let's hear it. We are. Yes, we are. Say it loud and say it proud. We are. Yes. So I am so excited to have you with us. But before we start with our very first presenter, so get yourself ready. Get your presentation ready. Our first presenter is going to be Celia de Turville with her company Holistic Lifestyle, a healthier, happier you. So before Celia goes into her presentation, I would just like to say welcome, welcome, welcome to Miss Lissa Joseph, a very old friend of mine. Scratch the word old, a very good friend of mine. And I would just like her to say hi to everybody. I invited her because, she's a very well-known media personality. Her voice resonates with a lot of people. I've heard her voice growing up my whole life. And she's now a friend of mine, and I feel very privileged to call her a friend. So Lissa, let's say hello to everybody, and let's welcome Lissa for being here with us.
Hi, evening. Thank you so much. I'm so very excited about this forum. I had not heard of you before, and I'm looking forward to hearing the stories from our wonderful ladies. And I'm sure that they are firmly planted for a beautiful future in whatever endeavor that they've selected. So I'm excited.
Thank you so much, Lissa. Now, no pressure. Lissa is not in the capacity of DBS tonight, okay? So no pressure. No pressure whatsoever. She's just there as a support system.
Absolutely.
So if in case you were not feeling, tense enough, no, DBS is not here. It's just Lissa Joseph tonight. Okay, everybody? Just want to make that very clear. All right. So, Celia, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Woo! I love that response. That was confident. So before you begin, let me also remind the judges. Judges, you have access to the Google Sheets rubric, which is what you'll be using to score our presenters as they present. So I'm seeing all of you logged in. Great, excellent. I'm seeing you all on the live documents. Please be very mindful of the tabs at the bottom. It has your name on each of those sheets. So select the one that belongs to you, and that is the sheet that you're going to be using to score each of the presenters. You can have a score of anywhere from 1 to 5 for each of the categories. And just to let you know what those categories are, you have problem or need, solution, target market, market strategy, finance, storytelling skills, persuasiveness, and your ability to answer questions. So these are the categories that the judges will be scoring you on. And then they will, of course, be adding comments on their rubric about your presentation. After you present, there will be 5 minutes of Q&A with the judges. So we're going to have 2 questions from the judges. Any 2 judges, each will ask 1 question. And then our invited guests are also permitted to ask at least 1 question, and we proceed from there. Everybody understands the layout? Everybody understands?
Yes.
Awesome. Now, Celia and everybody else, I have my trusty timer with me. You have only 5 minutes to present. And of course, and unfortunately, if you go beyond the time, I will have no choice but to stop you. So let us hope you will be able to stay within your time, okay?
We'll try.
We'll try. I like that. All right. So, Celia, I'm going to set my timer for the 5 minutes. This is going to be so much fun. All right, so I have set my timer, and I will let you know. I'll give you the cue for when to go. Okay. And I will, of course, so please have your presentation ready. You can start sharing. And when I give you the cue, you can start presenting, okay?
Okay, actually, Michelle, it says host disabled participant screen sharing.
Oh, I do apologize. Okay, you should be able to do so now.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. Let me just spotlight you. There we go. All right, so I would like you to put your presentation on presenter mode. And once I give you the cue, the timer will begin. Are you ready, Celia?
Yes, I am.
All right, I love to hear that. Okay, you may begin now.
Okay, my name is Lucia Du and I am just so excited to introduce my business idea to you tonight. And my business idea is holistic lifestyle, a healthier, happier you. My business idea actually came from my personal experience. I worked in a very demanding job and I developed stress. I was overweight and I also became hypertensive. I was on med and I did not want to take those meds. So I tried an alternative, looked for an alternative, and I came across holistic lifestyle. I implemented the new habits, and I'm happy to say that I am off meds for over 2 years, and I am a happy, healthier me. Okay, problem solves. Individuals who are stressed and wants to manage stress level. Persons who are struggling with maintaining healthy weight loss, and persons who suffer with chronic ailments. Competitors, counselors, fitness facilities, nutritionists. Key stakeholders and partners, doctors, physicians, gym owners, nutritionists for referrals, also diabetic and hypertensive for support and referral, institution of integrative nutrition for related documents and support, and of course, internet service provider. Customer beneficiaries, my service is created for customers who wants to manage their stress level, who are desirous of maintaining their weight, exercise more, eat better, and improve their overall health. Women 40 to 65 years who are struggling to find themselves after the children leaves home, and busy executives who are trying to balance work, parenting, and family. Unique value proposition. The current health system is set up to only treat the illness than the whole person. Holistic lifestyle has a different approach and is committed to helping clients identify the root cause of the health problem through preventative care and healthy lifestyle, and to regain their vitality and energy. Solution: one-on-one online coaching to guide and empower clients to implement stress management techniques through self-healing tools. Personalized approach to cultivate new healthy eating habits, also physical activity and self-care to aid in weight loss. Provide valuable support and practical tips to reducing chronic ailments through holistic lifestyle, for example, eating more natural foods. My outreach: email, advertising, social media, that's Facebook and WhatsApp, newsletter, phone calls, face-to-face. Key impact metrics: one-on-one feedback, survey, Google Forms, written and video testimonials. And actually, I have testimonials from somebody. So you want me to read it out? I'm not sure if I'll have the time to read it out. Finances, startup funding, personal savings and funds from family, and payments from clients for service. Timeline: to have service up and running by January 2013, have community health fairs by March 2023, hire a web designer to create and launch website by June 2023, and increase number of clients by 2 monthly. I can be contacted at CeliaDeTurville@gmail.com. Also, my contact number is 484-1123, and my WhatsApp 484-1123. I thank you.
Good job, Celia. You beat the time. Great, great,
Thank
great
you.
job. All right, so you can stop sharing. You can stop sharing your screen now.
Okay, just a sec.
Awesome. And now we move into question and answer from our judges. So let's see. Let's see. Who would like to ask our first question? Nadine, sorry, Dr. Nadine Collins. You have the first question.
First, I would like to commend you, Celia, on a very excellent job, actually, and to use less than 5 minutes to actually develop it. So I was impressed because, yeah, you're welcome. I was impressed because you had a good backstory. You were able to show clear evidence of results because your story, when you were overwhelmed and everything like that, and then being able to now be off meds. So you have a clear backstory, evident results, etc. I believe from your second slide, you had what I would call who your ideal client was, but later on you still spoke about your ideal client in a sense in terms of the demographics. But in the second slide, I believe you mentioned what is most important is the need or the transformation that people get or they need to get when they come to you, right? So when we're talking about the ideal client, it's not just about the demographics, but it's about the greatest need of these clients and also the results that they get when they work with you. So that was really good. Two things, I have like two quick questions for you. One of them is, we live in a world, especially now, where people are very health conscious, right? I don't think there was ever a time when people were so health conscious. Everybody's turning vegan, everybody's doing something. And so there's a lot out happening there in the market when it comes to health. You scroll through Instagram, you scroll on Facebook, there's always people there in your timeline, everything health. How will you stand out? How will people know, okay, I am going to choose Celia de Turville as the person I want to coach me? What is unique? What's your unique twist? What is going to make them want you over anybody else in the market? Because there's so many people in health. Why would I choose you? And think about that in the context of a new startup, a new business, right? Versus people who are already out there doing more, etc., etc. Why you?
Okay, why me? Because I am really committed to helping those persons. Because I have personally gone through, I can show sympathy or empathize with them because of what I personally have gone through. And I really want to help and support. I'm really passionate about supporting persons who, need help.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good response, but I want to tell you, that's the promise of everybody out there. Most person in the health space, they're there because they have a story, right? They had a unique experience, and usually their businesses are built on that, usually, right? So why you? What would make them want to come to you versus these other people? And that's what I want you to think a little deeper about, because I'm not sure what's happening in St. Lucia specifically, but the other question leads into my first, which is, the mediums that you're going to use are already overcrowded, right? Social media. So in order for you to be able to stand out there, you need, in order for you to be able to be selected or people want to work with you, you need a lot of visibility. Facebook has Facebook marketing. There's all kinds of crazy. There's a lot going on there. Where are you looking to serve your clients? Is it something you're trying to do in St. Lucia? Is it something you're trying to do regionally, globally? And how do you plan to stand out? Again, it's really connected to the first in the marketplace so that people can say, I want to work with Celia, because others people are also committed. They have experience. They too support their clients. What will make Celia stand out is what I want you to think on, and probably be able to kind of put that twist in your presentation to let people know there is something unique. And you did mention your backstory, but as I said, if you go out there and you listen to stories, people have stories, backstories that are amazing, and you need to ensure that you have a specific twist, or you have a very unique area that you're serving people in, because we cannot always do everything. And so holistic health is a big thing. Is there a specific area that you can serve clients in that's possibly not yet being done, but it's also linked to your story so that you're known in one particular field as helping people experience transformation?
Okay, well, I am thinking of women between the ages of 40 to 65.
Not the age group I was talking about. I'm talking about a specific niche. Like there are many areas in health, right? If you're trying to do everything, there's a lot of everything happening. Is there a unique area that you can help persons, these same women, that age group, experience particular transformation? One area, because sometimes we think if we do a lot, then we're going to get we're going to do better, but it's sometimes less is more. And in business, that's usually the case when we're able to identify specifically where we can provide transformation.
Okay, well, I am thinking of weight loss.
Okay.
Weight loss where, you know, to eat well, to eat right, because you are what you eat. So to eat right and then implement exercise regime where, you know, they can at least lose the weight and also lose the weight and feel better. So I'm more thinking of like physical activities and like I said, weight loss in that area, that field.
Okay. All the best to you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much, Dr. Nadine Collins. And do we have one more judge who would like to ask a question? Please indicate by a raise of hand. There we go. Emma, let's get you on screen.
As Dr. Nadine Collins already indicated, a very good presentation, but a quick question for you. You indicated that you have a testimonial. One, can we have a testimonial? And two, can you tell us if that person used your product as a sample or whether your business is actually out there?
Okay, well, my business is still in the idea stage, but this person is a family member, and I realized that he was going through some stress and he was overweight and always complaining of not sleeping. So I had a few informal consultation with him, and then he has actually implemented some of what I instructed. And then he said he's feeling so much better and he has lost some of the weight, and because the testimonial is actually there. So, and he said he's feeling much better. He has implemented some of what we discussed and it's working for him. You are muted.
Sorry, you realize in your presentation, you indicated that your focus is on women. However, the person that used your product was a gentleman. So how are you going to sell the product to women if only a man tested it for you? And remember, in the course, I remember doing a session with you guys and indicated you need to go outside of your family. When it comes to business, your family will always support you. They will always encourage you. But outside of a circle where you have friends and family, you will need to explore strangers. Just go out there, speak to them, do your research outside of your comfort zone and see what you get out of it. But a good effort by you, Celia. All the best with your—
Thank you. Thanks so much for the feedback. Taken very much into consideration, and I will definitely look into that. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you so very much to all of you. Thank you very much, Celia, for that presentation. You did an awesome job. And now I open for one question from our— Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Collymore, you had a question?
Actually, it wasn't a question. It was actually just a comment and some advice. Actually, I think Emma and Dr. Collins covered everything, but I just want to reiterate, well done, Celia. You know, every time I see, you know, people taking the entrepreneurship plunge, you know, I always applaud them because I make no mistake, it's not easy, but it is rewarding. But the comment that I wanted to make, when I looked at your tagline for healthier, happier you, I happened to many years ago when I was 25 years old, I was the head of marketing for MNC, the MNC group of companies, and the MNC drugstore, their tagline, I believe it still is, for a healthier, happier you. So you might want to reconsider tweaking that a little bit, so you have no copyright issues there as it pertains to the brand. So they've been using that. They've been using that for quite a few years. It used to be
I didn't even realize that.
MNC drugstore for a healthier, happier you. So that used to be, that literally was their tagline. So I think you're onto something, but you may want to tweak that a little bit. So that's my only comment.
Oh, thank you so much. I was not even aware.
Well done. Well done, and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Okay, awesome job. Thank you so very much, Mr. Collymore, for highlighting that aspect. And we are now going to move into our second presenter, Madonna. It is your turn in the limelight, your turn to shine. Can you please turn your camera on so that we can spotlight you? And then you can start sharing your screen, and I will give you the cue as to when to start. Okay, so just ensure that you are in presenter mode, and I will give you the cue. Just let me know when you're ready.
1 minute, please.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. So you can start now.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Madonna Florentville. I am a business owner for Florentville 758, which is a short-term accommodation provider and soon to be an activity provider. We are located on Tishme Road in Barbados. So short-term accommodation has been my passion, my retirement dream long before I retired as an educator in 2019. But my next passion is everything to do with home. So interior decorating, floral arrangement, cooking, and etc. These are my passion. And for my business, I am taking this passion to add a special touch to my home so that when my guests come in, they will feel more welcome, relaxed, and rejuvenated during their stay at Florentville 758. Now, more and more, the market research is showing that travelers are gravitating towards short-term rental because traditional accommodations are expensive. Many travelers want to get an authentic St. Lucian experience, but this is lacking at the traditional accommodations. And then there are health and safety concerns of travelers. They find it difficult to address their concerns at the traditional establishment. Now, for my research, I found out that there are not many short-term accommodation providers in Barbados, but these are the three that I want to highlight that I found out in Barbados: Ritters, The Porch, and Donnelly's Inn. My family and I, we are the key stakeholders at Florentville 758. I am the one being in charge. My husband built our home and he maintains it. Then my two sons, one is an IT specialist with a hotel and the other one is a fitness trainer with another hotel. And my daughter here is a teacher and she has a degree in business administration. So we have a good team. And our suppliers, as I said here, they're all from Barbados and involved in nature tours, which we want to highlight. And as you can see, our suppliers on the screen. Well, just before that, I wanted to say that we are targeting three categories of clients. One, those who want to really relax and just enjoy nature. The other group we are targeting are those who, apart from relaxing and enjoying nature, they want to explore the country and the community. And the third group is those who just want a place where they can hold an event, a small event in private. Florent Villa is open to that as well. Now, I am going to show you a video clip. It's not long. It is just to show what we are offering now at Florent Villa 758. And the next one will show what we propose to do. So just take a quick listen, please.
Are you looking for a tranquil, serene retreat from the hustle and bustle of living? Do you want to have a taste of the real Lucian experience? Then Florent Villa 758 is the perfect getaway for you. The family-owned property, graced with a fully furnished apartment and a standalone unit, perfectly sit within the lush green hills of Barbados. Florent Villa 758 awaits to welcome you in. So what are you waiting for? Book now. Call to save your space at Florent Villa 758, where we treat you like family.
Now, as you've heard, this is what we are already doing. And our aim, like the government is proposing, that community tourism is the way to go. Florent Villa 758 is ready. Our goal is to be the trendsetter for home-based accommodations in Barbados, offering our customers an authentic St. Lucian experience with a Barbados flavor in a family setting. And this is what we propose to do, and we need financial assistance with. We want to give a package to our guests where they will participate in fitness workouts, morning jogs, nature trail walks with stops at strategic points on our property, cooking demonstration of Lucian foods, and nature adventure tours. Now, this is our signature offer at Florent Villa 758. We literally have more than 25 different types of organic foods that we grow here. And
I'm sorry, Madonna. Time is up. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, time is up. Time is up. So we would have to do our Q&A with the judges based on what they were able to see within that time frame, okay? So the judges who would like to present the two questions, can you please show by a raise of hands, and then I will spotlight you on the screen along with Madonna, so that you can ask your question. So which of our judges are going to be asking the questions? Okay, there we go. Let's just spotlight you. Go ahead.
I don't want to go, but since nobody's going, I'll ask a question. Great job, Madonna. I have a question for you. In your presentation, you said that people were concerned about safety issues as usually to the bigger hotels, right?
Yeah.
Now, from my personal experience, I've been to 78 countries already, hundreds of cities globally, and I stay 98% of the time at established hotels for the very issue of safety. I remember one time in Madagascar staying at maybe what would be something almost like what you're offering there, but it was gated and everything, and I felt safe. Safety is a big issue, especially in St. Lucia. Now we have an increasing crime. It's not like when I was growing up there. So what are the, because you're stating that it's about safety, what safety measures do you have? Because if you go to a chain hotel, if you go to a hotel that's well established, there's security guards. If something goes wrong, you have recourse. For example, if somebody steals something, you can go report it, and there's a chain, of events that would take place to address your issue. How are you going to provide safety in that beautiful Barbados resort that I saw there on the screen?
Okay, when I spoke about the safety, I was referring to that because we have the issue with COVID, and people, got terrified of COVID, that the spread, because it's a communicable disease. Then if you have a family within Florent Villa, they get to use the apartment on their own. There's no interaction with other people in a larger setting. So the problem is contained. Also, Florence Villa 758, we are associated with, we got clearance from Ministry of Health and Tourism, because they have a list of protocols to follow meticulously, that everything should be on point before you can be registered and accepted and get a license.
Okay, so I have a question for you. So are you trying to promote your resort during COVID, or do you want it to survive after COVID? Because when COVID is over, that's not going to be a point of conversation anymore. So my concern is it's not merely about that type of safety, but safety of life. Because we've heard many instances of tourists coming to St. Lucia and so on. Are there any measures, any security on the property, stuff like that? Yeah.
Well, we have cameras on property, and the place where we are is strictly family. When I say family, across from myself, we have my husband's siblings and so on. So it's a very private place where when you come there, you hardly hear, the only sound you will hear is the dogs barking. So, and we never had problems with like break-ins and robbery and things like that. So it's a very, very private place that is secluded, well, not secluded too far from, civilization, but we don't have issues when it comes to people coming in and disturbing and getting involved in our business. It's a very, very private place.
And because it's so exclusive and so private and all of that stuff, how are people finding you? Because I wasn't clear on your marketing strategy, but I will pass over so another judge could ask you questions. But I would love if you can address the marketing issue. How are you going to, what is your marketing strategy to get people to know of this little place in Barbados that is so safe and everything? But great job.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to get that, but we are on Instagram. I regularly post on WhatsApp my status, and we are linked with Airbnb. So our information can be readily available from all these areas and also on Facebook.
Okay, thank you so very much, Dr. Nadine. I'm now going to spotlight Ms. Du Bois. Can you please turn your camera on so that I can spotlight you on the screen?
I'm not really able to show my camera right now. I just came in from the gym, honestly, to catch the meeting. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But,
I won't be able to spotlight you, but you can go ahead with your question.
No problem. I just wanted to find out, I really love the concept. You know, everybody loves Barbados. But you were already on the aspect of what really is the authentic experience that you spoke about so much. I think you're starting to go there already. So just speak about, like, you know, what is this authentic experience that one, even a local, can come to say, you know, we want to go here for the weekend.
Okay, so apart from everything in nature that we do, I want to just show something here. This is a basket of fruits that I picked from Florence Villa's garden. And you would, at Florence Villa, you wake up, you open your front door, and you can pick a guava. You go to the back door, you can get what we call a star apple. What is it, a star, carambola. You take a walk and you get the big guavas. So that there's a fruit along every area. Then if you want to engage in what is really traditional, we teach our guests how to, well, we do it, we don't actually let them do it for safety reasons, but my husband is great at the cashew nuts, roasting. You roast the cashew nuts and we show you the process from the tree to eating the nuts, then there's sugar cane to sample, then there's the coconuts to sample as well. And as well, we do the tours that I spoke to you about in association with our partners. We do the hikes and we do the fitness classes, and there's a lot of activities that we are involved. We would want to be involved with at Florence Villa and 5 days.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you so very much for those questions, judges. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you so very much, Madonna, for that presentation. In the interest of time, we're going to move swiftly into our next presenter for the evening, and that is Ms. Verlyn Henry of T-Boy Selections. I'm not going to butcher your business name. I'm going to allow you to say it, Verlyn. I'm already starting. I don't want to butcher it anymore. So I'm going to spotlight you, and I'm going to ask that you start sharing your screen, and I will give you the cue as to when you can start presenting, and then you will go from there. Okay, just put your screen on presenter mode.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Okay, 1 second. Ensure you click on slideshow.
I did.
So that's to your extreme right, next to the word share, next to the button share at the top.
Oh, it was hidden.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
so Verlyn, you have 5 minutes to present. You may begin.
Good evening, everyone. I am Verlyn Henry, founder of T-Boy Selection, where we bring your imagination into reality. Have you ever tried to get that perfect decorative piece for your home, office, or for a friend, or a special occasion? You know exactly what you want, but you just can't get it in the store? Well, if you are like me, you sure have. And for this reason, T-Boy Selection was established. The current problem we have highlighted is that persons have difficulties locating gift items that invoke the right feeling and message they're trying to convey. Persons have difficulties personalizing items and not having access to customized gift items for special occasions. Our competitors, as far as I'm aware, we have no direct competitors, but 3 of our indirect competitors are American Home Decor, M&C Drugstore, and S&S Price Busters, who usually provide wooden and metal picture frame, vases, and mirrors. However, they are not customized nor personalized. Our key stakeholders and partners are Q&S Industry Limited, who will be providing our picture frame and mirrors, Ranco Plastic for packaging, Alibaba.com for our vases, and RMC Rhinestone will be supplying our rhinestone and other precious stones. All of these items will be bought in bulk. Our customers will be any and everyone who want to create a personalized gift item for themselves or their loved ones. Our unique value proposition, T-Boy Selection is a home-based company that supplies customized gift items such as mirrors, vases, and picture frame to our customers' personalized specification. We also customize customers' personal items. T-Boy Selection, where we bring your imagination into reality. Solution, T-Boy Selection will be able to help persons get gift items that invoke the right feeling or message. Person will be able to personalize items and have access to customized gift items for special occasions. Outreach. Our outreach will be via Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and pop-up small business shop. Key impact metrics. Customers are a mixture of both male and female with the age range of 15 to 55 years. About 70% female and 30% male, based on a combination of relationship status. Our goal is to reach 5,000 customers during the upcoming year, with February and December being our bestest months of sale. Finances. I have allocated a total of $3,000 towards the startup of my business. In total, I require $7,000 for my business to be properly started. The projected cost of raw material, $3,000, cost of equipment, $700, cost of labor, $500 monthly. Timeline. In December of 2022, I'll be finalizing the catalog of sample design items. In November, I'll be ordering raw materials. In December, I'll be meeting with different stakeholders, reviewing my company's social media pages, and participating in pop-up shop expo. In January of 2023 is earmarked for the grand opening of T-Voice Selection. T-Voice Selection can be reached at Instagram via T-Voice Business, Facebook, T-Voice Selection, and WhatsApp. Our email address is tvoicebusiness@gmail.com. Thank you very much.
And you can breathe. Because I can tell you're holding your breath the whole time. I don't know how you did it. You can hold your breath in the water. I can tell because you're holding your breath the whole time. Breathe. Breathe, girl, breathe. All right, so which of our judges will be asking our questions? I see hands up from Dr. Nadine and from Danielle. Does that mean that you will be the ones asking questions again this time? Yes, no?
Yeah, I could go ahead.
Okay, excellent.
So Valine, tell me, are you an artisan or a craftsperson? I think I didn't really get the what. I know you said that you want to do decorative pieces. So just tell me more about like the what.
You're muted, Valine.
Sorry, I like specific things, and I can never really truly get what I really want. So if I want a mirror, I want my mirror to look a certain way, design a certain way. So from very young, I've always liked to put my own touch onto something to make it mine, so that when I put it in my little space, it's just what I want. So I'm going to, so if you have a mirror, a vase, a picture frame, and you want to have it decorated or designed in a certain way, we will do that for you at T-Voice Selection. Or if you have, let's say, you have a special piece of, like you have a necklace with beads and stuff like that, probably your great-grandmother, your mother gave it to you and it get damaged, and you don't want to get rid of it, or you don't want to make it back, and you want us to use that piece of jewelry to design a picture frame, a mirror, or a vase with other stuff for you, we will do the search.
Okay, I think I would have liked to hear a little bit more or see examples of your work in the presentation just a little bit. Because it's very vast, because in cases of decorative pieces, and most times like artisans, they would like create pieces and then sell, you know, and they would have their catalog. That's, you know, so that's why you customize pieces and that sort of thing. So I think you just need to kind of fine tune the what of, you know, what you want to do. I don't know if you want to clarify for me.
At the first slide, I had about 4 or 5 pictures of pieces that I made.
Okay. Okay. And I also want to include your customer base can be business places, you know, as you said, you know, the season, Christmas time, a lot of these places, even more established arts and craft people, they create pieces for the season and then they go out to sell, instead of just thinking that people would come to them, you know, that sort of thing. So that's just it from me. But great, I like where you're going.
Thank you very much.
Okay, great. We have Miss Emma Charles.
Thank you, Michelle. Quick question for you, William. Good effort, good presentation. But your target market, you said you're targeting persons, male and female, from 15 to 55, and you said you'd be using social media. Of course, not everyone uses social media, so you might get the younger age group gravitating towards social media. But the older folk, how do you intend on reaching them? And your business is home-based. Why should I come to you rather than go to the arcade to have somebody fix my beaded chain for me or my earring? What makes you unique? What makes T-Boy the place to come to rather than just staying in Castries or just settling for an ordinary mirror?
Okay, with T-Boy selection, what I also have apart from my personal job, I also have a little side business where I do retail, and that's by Blue Coral on Saturdays. So I sell my items, more makeup and jewelry items that I also make. So I intend to also advertise my product there also. And I also have relatives down south, and I have a cousin who also has a shop down there and in Vieux Fort, and I also intend and also having her to advertise and probably designing different samples for the different seasons, Jeune Creole, our flower festival, and things like Valentine's Day and stuff like that, and have it out there to design. I mean, I'll have it out there so persons can see. And I also intend on passing out flyers and stuff like that. At T-Voice Selection, what we do, we try to work with the customer, that whatever the customer wants is what we give the customer at the end of the day. So it's not just another piece of jewelry or another mirror, it's what you want and how you would like it designed.
Thanks for that. You're promising a lot for startups. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Evelyn and Emma. So these were our 2 questions. I'm going to remove the spotlight on you now, and we're going to get ready for our very next presenter right away, and that is Yanika. Yanika, can you please turn on your camera and get your presentation ready? You can start sharing your screen, and when you are ready, just give me the cue and I will start the timer. Just to give a heads up, after Yanika, we have Claudine. So Claudine, also I need you to get your presentation ready. So after Q&A with Yanika, you are good to go. That is Claudine will go after Yanika. Yanika, are you ready to take the world by storm? Are you?
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Is it in presenter? You have speaker notes on, so you need to put it in. Yeah, you need to take it off of that mode that you have it on. Awesome. There we go. Okay, so are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Are you ready? Okay, so you may begin.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Yanika Howell, and I'm the owner of Howell Events. At Howell Events, we plan, manage, and execute exceptional special events such as weddings, wedding receptions, and family gatherings. We are in the process of sourcing our own private compound. This compound will be inclusive of a conference hall, wedding venue, and a restaurant, allowing us to create a one-stop shop for clients that require multiple resources at an event. It is our mission to be a sustainable development company, and the way that we intend to do that is through initiatives such as the use of solar power and also environmentally friendly resources and equipment. We are committed to encouraging community development through the use of fresh produce grown locally by our farmers to cater our events. At Howell Events, we are dedicated to the task of ensuring a smooth, professional interaction with us from start to finish. We will have our clients ready to relive the moments over and over again. Some of the issues that we want to address is the high cost for special events in St. Lucia, especially for nationals, unemployment rates, especially for women. Our employment rates in women are at 16.9% as of 2021, and we would like to create avenues and join with other companies such as OR and SLUDTERA to create avenues for our women. And lastly, the quality of service, especially for our locals. I'm sure all of us have encountered situations where we have gotten very poor service because we are nationals, which shouldn't be the case. So we would like to turn that around. Our top 3 competitors, as we can see, are Stony Hill, Capri State Gardens, and Union Orchard Gardens Conference Hall. To make this possible, some of our partners include my family, my parents and siblings, local vendors, my team members, and our customers, of course. Our benefactors and customers would include St. Lucia nationals, couples planning to get married, and also our competitors. And by competitors, I mean that sometimes we can't do it all as a company. So we would liaise with other companies who would offer similar services because we can't do it all. So in that rate, we would kind of join forces to create other benefactors for other companies. Our unique value proposition. At Howell event, we want to be known for more than our exceptional planning and execution. Our goal is to create a unique family atmosphere that provides clients and staff with positive, long-lasting memories. And we put our staff in there because if our staff aren't treated just as well, we can't offer that unique value and service that we would like to maintain. Our outreach. We intend to create newsletters. We will send out weekly to our customers, promoting daily promotions or quarterly or monthly promotions, especially for our return customers, because they are what sustains us over time, because they are a form of advertisement for us. Another method would be our social media platforms and websites, and these will also have updates, but not as personal as the newsletter. We'll also look at billboards and signs, which we'll also use as a form of advertisement. Our key impact metrics would include reviews and surveys from our customers before and after the event so that we can compare and contrast, and they would also give us great feedback on what we can improve and what are the areas that we did really well in. Another way would be our sales projection versus our actual sales. So every month we would have a target and we would, at the end of the month, sit and discuss what we achieved. Was it good? Did it work? And what we can improve. Also with our social media statistics, we now can view our reports at the end of posting any content. Finances, we will start off being funded from my savings and of course assistance from family and friends. The estimated cost should be about $20,000 to get it started up, but in all, the project is estimated to be about $1 million EC dollars. And those are all the areas that we need to cover.
I'm sorry, Anika. Sorry. I have to pause you. All right, so can you please stop sharing your screen? And we will begin with questions. So judges who would like to ask questions, please indicate by a raise of hands and you will be spotlighted on the screen. So which of our judges are going to ask questions? Please let me know. Okay, there we go. So let me just... Okay, so Mr. Collymore, please turn your camera on. Yanika, please have your camera on. All right, there we go.
Hi, Yanika. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Muted. Okay, so again, I've been very impressed with all of the presentations so far. So I just want to say hats off and well done. So one of the areas that you know, one of the spaces that I operate in is the event space, and as you can imagine, it is particularly competitive, and the ranges of cost in terms of what you pay for the event services may vary. So when I looked at your financials, I saw that you had your startup costs. So my role is, I don't want to ask too many questions, but I think it's my role is to give more advice. So one of the things that you want to look at, yes, you have so for example, you have your startup costs. You might want to look at your recurring costs. So for example, I know that you have your venue. You want to take into consideration your maintenance. So that should give you a monthly recurring cost that you should have. So that'll give you an idea of how much revenue you need to bring in. So for example, at an advanced level of a pitch, an investor or a judge might ask you, okay, so I see your cost. So how much money do you need to bring in to break even? And that means to just cover your costs. So you might want to take that into consideration. So you might say, all right, I need to have, let's say, 11 events per month at a cost of $3,000 per event. And then you want to look at other areas of revenue generation. So you have your events, but what else will you be doing? Will you be providing bar food and bar services? Will you be providing marketing services for your events? Of course, I realize you'll be hosting events. So there are a lot of different things that you might want to consider. In addition to that, for somebody like me, we operate in the digital age. So one of the things I want to share with everybody, we have a population of 180,000 people. We have 100,000 active users on Facebook. We have 45,000 active Instagram. And when I say active, these are people that are on these platforms daily, all of the time. So you want to make it easy for them to be able to access your service. So I might not want to pick up a phone and call, especially now that people hardly, I don't want to throw shade at anybody, but people hardly have plans. People Wi-Fi jump, nobody ever has a plan on their phone. So you want to make it easy for people to access, whether it's via social media, WhatsApp, or website. I know a lot of people figure once you have social media, you don't need a website. That is false. A website is a great way to be able to screen people and have people to sign up, but also to pay in advance for a particular service. So the whole e-commerce aspect of things. So I just wanted to share that with you. And you again, I know you didn't get to that aspect of things. So my one question is, out of the, let's say, I believe last time I did some research, out of the 37 competitors that you have, why you? So let's leave it open-ended like that.
Can I go ahead or?
Yeah,
go.
Okay. Okay, well, I thank you for your feedback and for your comments. I think that the services that we're offering, especially after working in the hospitality realm, I realize where they lack a lot, where they can bring in more income and where they can improve. And that is, like I said, customer service. A lot of the times when what we can do to improve is by offering an exceptional service. And sometimes we overlook the little things. And we really want it to feel more like a family and not just like a business and we're just doing a transaction. But we want you to, every time that you want to plan something, that we're the first person that you think of, because we just tend to your needs. It's like coming over to visit. And when we go to this person's house, we have access to the fridge and we can eat until so it's something almost like a family, and to feel kind of relaxed and comfortable, and yeah, that's around that area. I don't know if that answered the question.
Yes, you did. My other question as well. So I think you might want to spend some time specifying your markets a little bit more. So for example, year you might have your weddings and honeymoons. You have the business and conference market is also a very good market, but not just locally. One of the things that I want to tell everybody in here, we're now operating in a global environment. So there may be quite a few businesses that may be looking for an event partner that can handle things on the ground for them. So you may want to think regionally and internationally as well for the meetings and incentive. They call it the MICE. The specific term for it is the MICE market. So you might want to look at, meeting incentives and conference markets as well. So I know we are the weddings and honeymoons, #1 weddings and honeymoon destination in the world, but there are a lot of different areas, sports tourism as well. So hosting a lot of the AGMs and meetings and sporting events. So you might want to look at that. The religious sector, there are a lot of, churches that usually travel. So take some time to explore markets that are untapped, because a lot of the event companies here, they follow a particular script because it's easy. But it may take some time to just flesh out, and you might find a sweet spot, as I call it, and you can actually dominate that area. So that's it from me. I spend enough time talking.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Collymore, for that question. I do believe we have one other question from another judge. Dr. Nadine, are you still? Oh, there we go.
Yes, great job, Yanika. An excellent advice and counsel given to you there by Mr. Collymore. The one thing I wanted to ask you about, you were saying that if you had like an overflow, I guess, of requests, that you would collaborate, I think it was the word you said, join forces with your competitors, which you identified as being overpriced, right? And so if they're overpriced and you're trying to bring event planning at a low cost budget, or in a way that can be affordable, and your competitors are all about the dollars, how do you intend to profit? Because I know you mentioned about family and about all of that, but everybody's about the profit line. You break even, your business still needs to grow. You need to have a profit. So how would you join forces with somebody who's about the dollar when you're saying you're about bringing events to everyday people at a price that is affordable? Does it mean that you do it free and that the monies may go to the bigger event companies? It's not something you have to answer now, but it's something you want to kind of flesh out before maybe you making an actual pitch to get funds. Because if your competitors are so overpriced, then are they really the ones that you want to collaborate with and stuff like that? Or are there other smaller companies maybe in St. Lucia that are offering something similar that you might want to collaborate with? It's just something to think about, because when I think about the bottom line, the dollar for a big company, and then you wanting to, or based on what you shared to be your goal, then there's something that needs to be settled there about actually in your presentation. But great job, amazing vision, and I hope and pray that you can make it happen.
Thank you
very much. Thank you so very much for that. Great job, Yanika. Great job. So proud of you. All right, and we are going to move swiftly along. Before we continue, I would just like to make mention of, because of time, we would only be taking one question for each presenter. So whoever that lucky judge is, I would of course like you to identify yourself by using the raise hand feature so that you can ask your question. So we are now limiting our presenters to one question per presenter for the interest of time. So we're now going to move on to Miss Claudine Mothra. Mrs. Mothra, are you with us? Shall you please show us who you are? Let's turn that camera on and see that wonderful, beautiful face. Awesome. And let's get that screen sharing. so that we can begin your presentation. And of course, you have 5 minutes to present. I will be timing you, and when you hear the clock, tick, 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 you know that your time is up.
Okay, so my
Right.
computer is acting up and I'm using my phone. So if you could use the presentation that I sent and share it on the screen, please.
Okay, let me just try to get that really quickly for you so that we can get that all started. All right, Nadine. Okay, so I'm going to share on Claudine's behalf. So Claudine, this is what's going to happen. I would need you to, of course, give me the cue as to when to switch slides so that I'll be able to keep in line with your storytelling, okay?
Okay, so I will go.
Yeah, so that is what I would need from you. Just give me the cue and I will go ahead and switch slides for you, all right?
Okay.
Okay, let me just, it's opening up right now, and then I'm going to share my screen so that you can see. Okay, here we go. All right, there we are. Do you have any video clips or anything or any audio in that presentation?
No.
Okay, all right. Okay, Claudine, just let me know when you're ready.
I am.
You ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Claudine Mathra, and my business idea is a foot health clinic, and it's geared specifically at people living with diabetes and for busy women who really need their feet taken care of and want them to be pampered. Now, I was inspired to start up a business like that because there's this 22-year-old young gentleman living with diabetes, and he got one of his legs amputated, and he's only 22, and that really touched my heart. And I looked around and did some research, and I realized there are no clinics. There are no clinics in St. Lucia specifically geared at helping persons living with diabetes and people who may just want to know what's happening with their feet. So I decided that would be a nice business to start up. Okay, you could change the slide. Okay, so the problems I saw were, and the problems that as we are aware, is that diabetes is on a rise in St. Lucia. And as a direct result of diabetes, we have this high amputation rate, and we have no specialized clinics to deal with that problem. And I thought that was a good thing to start up with. And the competitors that I have are Shoe Rehab, because they do pedicures for people living with diabetes. At the wellness centers, they also do foot care for diabetic. And we have some health spas who do pedicure, but it's not on the level that I'm going to look at. Next slide. Okay, so the key stakeholders and partners that I'm looking at, medical professionals, particularly the doctors, the health centers, and central procurement. Central procurement is where I'll be getting some of my equipment. And the doctors, when I did some research, I realized that they really encouraged me to go forward with that. And the people that would benefit the most from it, and my customers, that would be the elderly. They're more susceptible to diabetes, and busy working women who just want to kick off their heels after work and have their feet pampered after a long day's work, and people who want to prevent complications, like I spoke about with that young man, 22 years, who has had an amputation. Next slide. Okay, so at My Fancy Fit, we're looking at a total package of foot health, beauty and pampering. It's not just to take care of the feet, but we want the feet to look beautiful as well. So for people who really want to put that bounce back in their steps, My Fancy Fit would be the best place to come. And we care about the health and beauty of their feet. So that's our business. My Fancy Fit, where health and beauty is our business. Okay, so for the outreach part, I plan to have daily uploads on Facebook and Instagram, a website where that would be updated every week, and also have a quarterly newsletter. Okay, so surveys will be used to measure the success of my business, and video testimonials will also be used. Okay, so grants are my first source, choice of funding for the business, for staffing, materials, and overheads. And I hope to start during the next 6 to 12 months. And I think of taking a loan up to $100,000 to get started. And hopefully during the next 6 to 12 months, My Fancy Fit will be up and running and ready to launch. It's that clinic that people really need. And you can contact me at 287-7074 for more information on My Fancy Fit. Thank you so very much.
Okay, so we have only time for one question. So who will be asking? Dr. Nadine, I still see your hand up, or should I go? Oh, let's go with Danielle. Let's give her a chance to ask a question.
Well done, Ms. Mafre.
Thank you very much.
I really love the idea. I think it's very different, focusing on test feet. While you were going on, I felt that there's another aspect of wellness, like there's general wellness for the feet, like, you know, do you see any opportunity to expand your services besides just diabetes? And like, if you could be more specific as to what you can or what you will do for women, you know, because trust me, I think, you know, things like, you know, sometimes if women have the support, like to deal with things like corns and like how our feet always hurt in the heels, and, you know, so let me know if there's your thinking as to how you were planning to expand all the support for the
That's part of the services that will be offered: calluses, corns, and other ailments of the feet that people usually overlook. That's why I said that busy working woman, because women, we usually wear very tight shoes and high heels, and our feet are so stressed. So it will be the medical aspect of it will be taken care of, but we'll also look at the healthy part. So we want you to maintain those healthy feet so that when you wear your shoes, you won't really think of the pain that it will cause, because you know you can come to My Fancy Fit where we will deal with all of these issues.
Nice. I would say, quite frankly, I don't think that you have competition if that's the way you're going with the beauty and the wellness. I think, you know, according to Mr. Collymore, a sweet spot. It's very unique, and, you know, congratulations and all the best on your endeavor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Claudine. Very good job. Thank you very much, Mr. Du Bois. And we move straight into our next presenter, who is going to be Mrs. Roxanne Mathre. Roxanne, can you please enable your camera and start sharing your screen so that we can spotlight you and get you ready for your presentation. Oh, that filter, you may need to remove that filter because it's taking away from, yeah, awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so you can start sharing your screen.
Sharing my screen now. All right. Good evening, everyone.
1 second. You're not sharing as yet. Just give it some time to.
Potential investors.
Hold on, Roxanne. You're not sharing as
Go
yet.
ahead.
Let's give it some time to load.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
Just one moment. I'm still not seeing anything on the screen on my end, Roxanne. Can you stop sharing and then share again?
Yes.
Let's try that again.
Oh, shit. I'm hearing her, but I'm not seeing her. I'm not even seeing the Zoom on my screen. That's strange. Okay, got it.
Okay, so you can stop sharing for now.
Just now, my computer kind of stick a bit, so I'm waiting.
Okay. Okay, so Roxanne, what I'd like you to do is to try logging out of the meeting and then coming back in so that you'd be able to get full access. Okay, and we move on to the next person. When you come back in, we will give you the next slot, okay? Roxanne, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, our next presenter is going to be Miss Lissa Montoot, while Roxanne gets sorted out. Lissa, are you with us? Awesome. Your filter is also taking away from you. Okay,
let me disable it.
Okay, so you can start sharing your screen. And when you are ready, I'm going to start the timer. Just let me know when you are ready.
All right, I'm ready, Michelle.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, and you can begin.
Bonsoir tout le monde. I am Lissa Simone.to, presenting tender care, plants, and more. I grew up with my granny and mom in Graysview Fort, and they had a variety of plants and flowers in their backyards. I always had a keen interest in plants and flowers as I grew older. Then I realized I had a green thumb some years ago as I started my own backyard garden. I'm passionate about gardening. It's calming and helps me relax. Some people don't have time to care for plants on a daily basis or have the green thumb. Some people are not sure how to care for low maintenance plants, succulents, and cactus. Plastic pots are not durable. They tilt over easily. They fade and are not very attractive. My direct competitors are Garden Gems, Plant Nursery in Monjiro, Succulent and Flower Garden, Garden Fresh in Barbados, succulent and flower garden. They provide succulents for sale in a seedling pot or trays, but they don't deliver to customers. Miss Francesca in Massa Grosile, she sells plants in decorative plastic reusable bottles, but she doesn't have succulents, nor does she deliver. Mr. Clarence Jones in Grosile makes concrete pots. Garden Fresh Nursery in Babonneau will provide me with succulents in bulk. Garden Gems in Monjiro, Grosile will provide me with succulents in bulk also. Excel Signs, top of the world on the Grosile Highway, printing of affirmation stickers. Helen's Daughters, to sell and showcase my products at farmers markets. My customers are individuals who are plant lovers who lack the green thumb or enough time to care for plants. Persons who don't know how to maintain succulents and cactus plants. Persons who want durable, sturdy pots for plants. Tender Care Plants and More is a green innovator offering low maintenance plants in decorative, sturdy holders with affirmation messages and care leaflets which can survive in any room in the home or office, beautifying every space. Tender Care Plants and More provide succulent plants that can survive in any room and they don't require daily care and attention. Care leaflets which educate individuals on how to take care of their succulents and cactus. Concrete holders that are sturdy and more durable than plastic containers. I intend to keep in touch with my suppliers via email or WhatsApp when I'm in need of more stock. I will engage my customers through social media such as Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, annual reports, and to call them. I plan to measure the success of my product through surveys, social media stats, video testimonials, Google document surveys, word of mouth, customer rating surveys, the amount of sales for the month, and customer referrals on a monthly basis. For the year, I intend to self-fund my business, do fundraising, and then get a loan from my family. I estimate I need $30,000 to get my business off the ground. So my goals, I want to fine-tune my business plan in details by October of this year. I want to do some more needed market research by mid-October to be at a better position to start or launch my business later this year. I intend to build my online presence using different social media platforms. So this is me, I'm Lissa Simone.to. I can be contacted at 732-9602. I want to showcase my product in Grosile near the Grosile Fire Service sometime next month. My email, tendercareplans@gmail.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lissa. And which of our judges is going to ask that one question? Our judges have gone quiet. Can we get a question from one of our judges? Awesome. Danielle, go ahead.
Hi, not really a question, but very well done. Very well done. I wanted to know, you spoke about affirmations and stuff like that on the pods. I thought that was very interesting.
Yes.
Will you be able to speak more about that? And do you see any opportunity for you to really develop that area of, wellness, with, personal and emotional wellness as well?
Yes. So I have a few succulents in the kitchen area. And when I look at them, I love them, I speak to them. But then I thought of the idea of having an affirmation message, which also motivates me as I love my plants. So I thought of putting affirmation stickers. I have the word love on one. I have also the word grow with love. And I'm thinking of other stickers to put just for positivity. We need positivity mentally. We need some more positivity around us. Thank you.
Nice. I really like that. And I would think just because of like, that's where the space is these days, you know, what more you can, whatever you can do to like be in that vein and
Yes,
really
yes.
make it yours, I think it will really make you stand out. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Great job. And thank you, Danielle, as well for that question. We are now going to move into our presentation with Roxanne. She is back. Roxanne, can you please enable your video and start sharing your screen? And let's get you started. Okay, you may have some latency issues because of your signal strength, Roxanne. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, there we go. All right, so you can start your slideshow, and as soon as you're ready, the key and I will begin the timer. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, and your timer begins now.
Potential entities, judges, students. Potential investors or representatives, fellow students, good evening. I am Roxanne Maffrey, co-founder of Vegan Avenue with a lifetime of experience in the F&B industry and a health certificate in nutrition. Seeing family and friends and others with illnesses and myself having preeclampsia and anemia to a near-death experience in pregnancy, Vegan Avenue was born. Vegan Avenue seeks to solve health issues developed from poor eating habits, no eateries providing full-course vegan dining in the area, and fast food, small shops, and supermarkets alike provide grab-and-go options, but nothing to sustain a healthy diet. Similar vegan businesses can be found in the city center. We provide consultancy to those willing to transition to a healthier lifestyle and offer plant-based local Caribbean cuisine with a farm-to-table experience. Taps, Health Nuts, Helen Daughters, to name a few, my business partner, and SLUDTERA provide raw materials and guidance to Vegan Avenue. We cater to elderly, athletes, pregnant women, weight loss candidates, bodybuilders. Vegan Avenue is a farm-to-table food truck providing an exemplary service of quality vegan eats and drinks with a focus on affordability and the health conscious who believe that to live right is to eat right. We can be reached through our social medias, referrals, agro-processing markets, and phone calls. Our key impact metrics consist of our video testimonials, surveys, a tasty review from one of our clients, and our graph, which is the analytics. Vegan Avenue is in need of $85,000, which $7,000 was put towards bootstrapping and pitch competitions, our startup expenses of $2,000, license fees, startup assets $45, monthly expenses $9,900, and a contingency of $21,100. Slate Vegan Avenue has founded their business, and in February 2023, we launch. Vegan Avenue can be reached at Facebook, Vegan Avenue, Instagram at Vegan Avenue 323, and our WhatsApp numbers 175-8484-4347-717-4308. Vegan Avenue welcomes the patronage of customers and in cash or kind donations of a food truck, equipment, customer referrals. I thank you.
Thank you so very much, Roxanne. You can stop sharing your screen. And can we get a question from one of the judges? All right, Mr. Collymore, go ahead.
Hi, Roxanne. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay, good. Very good presentation and something that is definitely needed. I think that we all need to eat healthy, and plant-based diets are always a good place to start. Very simple question. I know you have the idea behind the concept is a food truck. So what is the location going to be? Is it going to be a static location? For example, in one of the food court areas, or is it going to be the truest sense of a food truck and mobile and meeting your potential customers where they are?
We're looking at like a vegan on wheels,
right.
Mobile. We're
So
moving around.
You're truly mobile. You're going to be moving around to where
Yes.
your customers are. So you don't have a
Yes.
particular set location.
Not at present.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you so very much for that question, and thank you for your presentation. Roxanne, you did really, really well. And we are going to move swiftly into our next presenter, who is Ms. Paulina Murray. Paulina, can you please enable your camera so that I can spotlight you and we can get your presentation on the screen. Do you still need me to share my screen for you, or do you have it?
Yes, please. Can you please share it for me?
Okay, sure, not a problem. I'm going to start sharing. Just give me the cue as to when to switch slides, and we'll move along, okay?
Okay.
Just let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Right, so Paulina, your time begins now.
A pleasant good evening to everyone. I am Paulina, and I am the founder of Songtree St. Lucia. Next slide. Okay. At Songtree, our services are aimed at championing young persons, giving them a voice by providing hands-on experience, recognition, training, and funding successful national and international changing opportunities for young persons to express themselves. We recognize that there is an absence of programs and activities for young persons, especially ones that would showcase their skills and talents in the arts, that give them experience and training for national and international recognition. We recognize that the youth need an avenue for expression, especially when it comes to the hardships they experience. We need to foster a sense of unity among our people in order to tackle existing social issues like violence and crimes, as there seems to be a stigma among youth of Castries and Grand Riviere. We are up against great giants like Dramacan, who provides training and skills in drama, as well as they are well recognized. There is artists and lovers of the arts with a wide outreach for artistic programs. There is CDF, the local government institution that deals with the arts and have a great impact on the youth for programs. Key stakeholders and partners. Our key stakeholders and partners include youth of Castries and Grand Riviera community and its environs, ages between 13 to 25 years old. Group members, SLUDTERA, private organizations. We target youth from the primary, secondary, and tertiary schools. They are the ones this business is aimed at. They are the benefactors. We see the youth as the future and aim to help them find themselves in the arts so they can make a significant impact. Unique value proposition. What makes our services different is the fact that we help champion young persons in the arts by providing hands-on experience and training in the genre that will lead to national and international recognition and opportunities that provide hope, permanent civilization for life. Youth will be engaged in visual arts, performing arts, drama, music, and dance. Our solution: be the largest institution for artistic training for young persons in my region. Provide national and international opportunities for young persons in the arts. Provide moral and financial support for young persons in the arts. Members will be engaged in music, art, drama, poetry. Next slide, please. Outreach. We keep in touch with our customers, key stakeholders, and partners through our social media sites, which include email, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We are working on having a quarterly newsletter. We think that's important. Next slide. Key impact matrices. The measurement of our service will be based on the following: social media statistics, surveys, and success stories. Next. We raised funds to start our business and got help from friends and family, as well as our own revenue. Our startup expenses were $15,000, salaries $7,000, rental $5,000, marketing $3,000, total $15,000. We launched within 1 year of our idea because of the support and guidance we received. And we can be reached at songtree101@gmail.com, Facebook, songtree101 at Instagram. And I thank you. And yes, we are champion young persons for the future.
Great job, Paulina. Thank you so much for that presentation. Okay, so which one of our judges will be asking the question? Judges, are you there? Okay, there we go. Danielle, go ahead. Danielle, I think I know why you chose to ask that question, but I'll not say anything. I'll let you say it. Danielle, I'm not sure if you're speaking, but you're muted.
Oh, I was muted all the time?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no, you were muted.
Okay. Great job, Paulina. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, you spell it, you say song tree, but you spell it to song try. Can you say why, or is that, just give me some more reasons as to what does it mean?
Well, actually, song tree. We put try in the end because we know that with the young person, nothing beats a try. And when you have to reach for your goals, you need to try and you need to put effort.
Okay, so why not pronounce it song try?
We do not want to really give it away.
All right, Paulina, great job. All the best, honey.
Thank you very much.
Okay, great job, Paulina. Well done. Thank you so very much, Danielle, for that question. I am now going to ask our next presenter to turn on her camera so that we can get started. And I'm speaking of Kendall.to. Kendall, can you please turn on your camera and get your presentation ready? Are you ready, Kendall? You're
I'm
muted.
ready.
You are ready. Okay.
Ready.
Okay, so you can start sharing. And then as soon as you give me the cue, I'm going to start the timer.
Sorry. I'm ready.
You're ready? Okay, yes. You may begin.
So, hi, good night, everybody. My name is Kendall.to, and I would like to present to you tonight Hustler's Paradise. Over the past year, while I did a lot of work in the community with our youth worker, I noticed a lot of young entrepreneurs who did not really have a place to showcase their business and to reach the clients they wanted to reach. So that's how I came up with the name for Hustler's Paradise. Hustler's Paradise, where the hustle never stops. Our mission is to become the recognized leader in our target market for providing a marketplace-like avenue for businesses to showcase their products and services island-wide. We noticed some businesses lack adequate means of showcasing their products. They have a limited reach of clients, and some businesses do not have a social media presence. Our competitors are businesses who team up and have their own pop-ups or showcases. Ministries of St. Lucia who host expos around island at different times of year, and also the pop-ups at the boulevard or the central markets on certain days of the week. Our key stakeholders include party rentals located in guarded dennery. We will provide us with chairs, tables, and tents for our events, speakers for music, security guards, and vehicles to move our equipment. Our customers are persons who need an avenue to showcase their products, persons who do not mind the flexibility that our company will provide for our mobile pop-ups, and persons who do not mind being at different locations at different times of year. Hustler's Paradise will be for business owners and hustlers who do not mind the flexibility of being a part of a marketplace like symposium to showcase their products and services at different points on the island. We will stay connected to our stakeholders via social media, phone calls, and emails, and to our customers via social media, phone calls, ads, websites, and emails. We plan to measure the success of Hustler's Paradise by tracking whether our company is meeting, exceeding, or falling short of our break-even point, through statistics of our events using graphs, charts, and sales. When we get more clients and social media presence, through reviews and testimonials, and through returning or referral clients.
I plan to finance my business through fundraising, competitions, and grants. To start off my business, I will initially need $30,000 to $40,000 to pay for licensing, rentals, and getting equipment and manpower to start up. This will also cover marketing costs to get our company out there. My hope is that in 9 to 12 months, my business will be up and running. In the meantime, I need to register the business, begin building the social media presence, get website designs, and build clientele. I also need to start promptly raising funds to help finance my official launch. Feel free to contact me at ccpolius@gmail.com. My telephone number is or WhatsApp 730-6096, Facebook at Cody Polius, and Instagram at Woman on a Mission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kendall, for that presentation. And I must say you ended on a very interesting note. Woman on a Mission at what?
That's my Instagram handle.
My goodness, what an ending. Okay, so do we have any questions from the judge? Do you have time for one question? So which of our judges will be asking?
How do I end the share?
You can just stop sharing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so which of our judges will be asking? Okay, there we go. Emma, you can go ahead.
Hi, Kendall. Good evening. Good presentation.
Thanks.
That's like 758. So we seem to have a lot of 758 companies coming out. Excellent.
I removed the 758, Emma.
Removed it.
To be unique.
Okay, all right. So, Kendall, the business idea that you have, so you want to have kind of like a mobile village for persons. You providing a pop-up service, kind of, right?
Yes.
In conducting your research, did you find that there was a need for that in certain communities, or is it something that you have decided that you're just going to do round robin around the island, or there are specific locations that you have identified?
Well, initially it's my idea to go around open for the showcases.
So you have not yet identified the locations?
Well, the locations I have identified are the Human Resource Center grants for each place that I intend to visit.
And do you have enough vendors or self-employed persons that would be interested in joining the pop-up when you actually go to these locations?
For my initial one, yes. I plan to take it a step at a time. For now, I want to start in Dennery, and for Dennery, the interest is there. So yes.
And what kind of research did you conduct to determine that there was a need for that particular product?
I went to different business owners, small business owners that is in Dennery, to get the information because the interest was there. So I wanted to know who would be interested. Well, for me, but I wanted to know who would be interested in taking parts. But then my problem was the different categories of business. Like some people would be baking and some people would be crafting, and so then that caused a problem for me with my initial package that I wanted to give. But since conducting that research, now I know I have to have a flexible package where I don't pull the hands of anybody too much, but everybody will benefit.
Okay, well, good luck with your business proposal.
Thank you.
I wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so very much, Emma and Kudela, for your presentation.
You're welcome.
We are now going to move into our next presentation, and that is with Mrs. Cynthia Ramjiawan. Cynthia, can you please enable your camera and start sharing your screen so that we can begin your presentation?
Let me just remove this virtual background because you cannot see me. Is
Yes. We'd love to see your wonderful face.
that better?
Oh, all we're seeing is black.
Try that again. Oh. Let's try this now. See me now?
Oh no, still can't see you. I think the same thing is happening that happened to you the last time you were in the class. So what you can possibly try doing is leaving the meeting and try coming back in.
Okay.
To see if that will help.
Okay, let me try.
And we will move on to the next person in line, and that is Miss Patricia Claricia. Patricia, are you there?
Yes, I am there.
Awesome. Please turn your camera on.
I still can't use my camera. It's not working. I have tried all. It's not working. I don't know why.
All right, I understand. Okay, you can go ahead and share your screen. And once you are ready, you can start the timer.
What else should I do? Is it okay?
Okay, so you can click on slideshow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just let me know when you are ready, and I will start the timer.
I am ready, I think.
You are ready, you think. Okay. All right, you can begin now.
Okay, my name is Patricia Claricia. My business name is LUTAP Designs. LUTAP Designs seeks to serve young business professionals and working women, religious and older women looking for modest, age-appropriate, but elegant, chic, and trendy clothing by designing and constructing attire for work events, casual and formal functions. I grew up within a family of seamstresses and tailors. My mom was my seamstress, as far as I can remember. I had not many persons in my family who wasn't able to thread a needle. In the 1980s, I began sketching. These sketches I still have with me, and they look very prehistoric. But I have them, but I must admit, but they were my platform to launching my business, LUTAP Designs. I remember when in the 1990s, when trends began tearing off the sleeves of dresses, lowered the necklines almost to the belly button, and brought the splits up to the panty line. It became very difficult for religious women and women who still believe in modest dressing to get clothes to wear. I also remember hearing in church, elders would say, women are making it difficult for men to focus in church. And there's a well-known priest who said once, who are you trying to entice in the church, ladies? This is where my business, LUTAP Design, this is when my business, LUTAP Design, was born, to provide modest but elegant, chic, and trendy attire for this niche of women. Also, persons travel on business. Sorry about that. Also, there's another need. Persons who travel on business trips and do not want to pack a bulky luggage, but still want to be fresh for every meeting and any formal function they may have to attend. For this purpose, I have crafted the mini wardrobe with a few items of clothing that can be transformed to look different every meeting. Next slide. Oh, I have to begin now. How do I change the slides, Michelle? I don't know where I am. I think I
Need to click on the presentation itself.
how? It's not moving.
Do you send me a copy of the presentation?
Yes, I did. I emailed it to you.
Okay, because if you just tap on the presentation, it moves forward. I'm not seeing your presentation.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, my competitors in my community are Jules Sewing Place, which provides custom-made dresses but do not design. And there are also two tailors, one who's an older man. He's been tailoring since when I was a young girl, and he's getting older, so and might retire soon. The other, both men and women, so for both men and women, but mostly school uniforms. The other is the clothing distribution stores found in the city. My design seek to provide women with attire that covers the body appropriately, yet elegant and trendy. I will construct modest and chic clothing that women will feel comfortable wearing wherever they have to go. My business plans to provide a mini wardrobe, especially for persons going on business trips who want to travel light. My key stakeholders are local fabric stores and sewing centers, fabric stores in other countries offering a wider array of fabric choices. And those who will benefit from my business are religious and Christian women who still believe and want to dress modestly and elegantly, professional and business women, young working women, and parents of teenagers who are not working. While my competitors specialize in very revealing clothing, I will be providing fashionable but modest attire that will have women feeling confidently dressed and current. I will reach out to my customers via emails and telephones, via social media and ads, and also provide annual reports. My key impact matrix will be graphs and periodical surveys. I'll also use online testimonials and social media statistics. I seek to gain finances from grants, government grants, from investors and loans. My startup fund for my startup funds, I will need about $50,000 for production costs, raw materials, overlocking machine, sewing tables, iron.
I'm sorry, Patricia. I'm sorry, time is up. I do apologize. I'm gonna have to stop you. Okay, you can stop sharing your screen. Okay, and thank you for that presentation. So let's get a question from one of our judges. Okay, Mr. Collymore, you can go ahead.
Hi, Patricia. Thanks for the presentation. Well done. I think that you have you onto something there with your niche and your target audience. My question is, how will your target your potential customers be able to find you and order and pay for your items?
Well, I plan to have an online website, sorry.
And
How I through word of mouth, for social media, and for my website.
Okay. I would imagine that you would actually do some networking with the church and the religious network, considering who your target audience is. So
yes.
Yes. Yeah, I think that sometimes we have to be where our clients and our potential clients are. So that might be something that you might want to consider as well.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thank you so very much, Mr. Collymore and Patricia, for your presentation. And now we move on to our final presenter for the evening. Cynthia, are you ready? Let's try that camera again and see what happens.
Can you see me now?
We can see you now. Yay! Awesome. All right, Patricia. Okay, Cynthia, can you start sharing your screen and give me the cue, and I'll start the timer.
Presenter mode. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, and you may be.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cynthia Ramjawan. I'm the founder of Virtue in Nature and also the survivor of a mental health crisis. This is what birthed my business. For 6 years, I battled with anxiety and I had all the signs and symptoms before age 14, as stated by the World Health Organization, who also say that there are consequences for us not addressing the mental health of our young people, leading them on to have unfulfilling lives as adults. And don't I know about that? So we have a problem. Our children are not reaching their full potential for success because of the big challenges and problems that they face, which are a lot more intense and complex. And the WHO has actually stated that there's a mental health crisis looming. My direct competitor, the Sifley Group, they offer leadership training and they gauge their client by offering a temperament test. Then we have our private and our public institution offering counseling services. In order to deliver my coaching, I will be using a toolkit, and my supplier is a Kids Life Studio out of the UK. My paying clients, just to name two, my parents and trusted adults. Wanting to work with the schools, I have an upcoming meeting with the principals of District 1, looking at the primary and secondary age school students, looking at their mental health. So what makes my coaching unique? So each child will be assessed on 10 areas. Just want to name 3 of them for you. We have your confidence, and we also have, I have to refer to my notes there, sorry. Stress levels, confidence, and toxic influences. So it's a play-based model. So it's in the language of children. All children love to play. So it's play, learn, and implement. The coaching will be conducted in an indoor space and outdoor space. And here I have a video of the space for the proposed classroom on the beautiful hills of Empoidu. Not too sure if you heard of that area in Barbados, very luscious, very green. And there's a strong nature relatedness component to the coaching. I believe in biophilia, we all have it. It's our innate need to be in contact with nature, and nature has so many positive benefits. And each mentee will be offered a small plot in which they can cultivate a short-term crop. So the solution here is prevention, as we're building the children for success, also looking at the choice vary. We believe that there are 5 basic needs that children have. And once these are proactively met, it goes a long way in reducing both mental and emotional disorders. And play-based So daily activities are given where we go out with the bad ways of doing things and bringing in the new. So usual ways of outreach, and including hopefully the District 1 Education Office initially into the schools, to the parents, out into the community. How will I know my coaching is working? By the positive benefits that are seen in the beneficiary, also looking at that pre and post assessment, the quantitative data, and also the reviews. To the bottom of the screen here, I have 2 reviews. Did a confidence coaching with this mentee, amongst others. So how am I going to finance this? Bootstrapping. I have secured a spot for the indoor and outdoor coaching. By the end of this year, with a self-funded coaching certification and other related courses to the tune of $7,000. Additional funding needed in the amount of $52,000 for construction of the outdoor classroom, renovation of the indoor space, further certification, business incorporation, DCA application and legal fees, CPR training, marketing and salary. 2022, I really want to commence levels 1 and 2 of the Kids Life Coaching certification and renovate the indoor space. By 2023, further certification, begin that one-on-one coaching, the family coaching, and hopefully the school model as well. I may be reached at virtueinin@gmail.com. That's my email. My cell number is 732-2637. I can be found on 3 social media platforms at Virtue in Nature. And I urge you, if you have the time, to view this address by the founder of the Kids Life Studio. She made an address to the House of Lords in 2019, and the event itself and the play-based model of coaching was endorsed by the present Commonwealth Secretary General, and you can hear her at 8:17. I thank you.
Finished just in time. Great job, Cynthia. You can stop sharing. Which of our judges would like to ask the question? Please let me know so I can highlight you on the screen. Any one of you? Okay, there we go.
I do not really have a question. I just really wanted to commend Cynthia on this amazing work. I had the pleasure of seeing it from its inception when I worked with her last year in one of my programs, and just seeing how she's built on this idea that she had and just refining it, I think is really amazing. Cynthia, one of the things that I would probably ask, a question just came to mind, would be about how would you promote the use of, what is your marketing strategy to get people to buy into the product or the model that you're selling?
Mm-hmm. I am really hoping that I will be able to target the schools. That's why I scheduled the upcoming meeting. I've spoken with Mr. C-Pal already, starting in District 1 because I live in Barbados. So I would really like to work with the schools in Barbados. So I'm hoping to be able to do the program in the schools, and therefore I'll be able to get in contact with the parents, the sports coaches and other persons, and then into the community.
Okay, so who specifically is the target market? So you're going to start with one school. Are you using that school as a pilot so that you can say, okay, the product actually works, the model that you're using works, so that now you can sell that model maybe to other schools?
Yes.
What approach would you take? Yeah.
Yes, the Foasa Primary School was the first school that I approached. But then as I was going through the course, I realized that I need really to direct my attention to the District 1 office before actually stepping into the schools. So far, with what I have shared, the limited amount I have shared, they are willing to have me come in and provide them with more information.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Cynthia, and thank you so very much, Dr. Nadine Collins. And with that, we have come to the end of our presentation event for this evening. I would just like to say, first of all, thank you to each and every one of you wonderful ladies who took the time to make this presentation a success, because without you, we would not be here. I would also like to invite our special guests to say a few final words to our ladies, words of encouragement, so that they can keep working and keep striving to be the best that they can be. So I would like to start with Ms. Simone Kendall, and then I would like to call upon next Ms. Sophia Jan, followed by our judges to give their final words of comments or remarks to our presenters. Simone? Simone, are you still there?
Before this.
Okay, I'm not really hearing from Simone. Sophia, are you still there? Okay. All right, so I will then open the floor to our 4 judges to give their final words of feedback and comments to our ladies. And we will close off with closing remarks for the evening. So let's begin with Dr. Collins, followed by Ms. Charles, then Ms. Du Bois, and finally, Mr. Collymore. Dr. Collins, are you there? Okay, we'll come back to her. Let's go with Miss Emma Charles. Emma?
Michelle, thanks again for allowing me an opportunity to be part of this wonderful event. Ladies, thank you for sharing your business plans. I wish you the very best on your journey, every single one of you. I am part of the program, so I continue to make myself available for you. Best wishes to everyone. I know it's been a long day for everyone, so it was a pleasure being here. And I'm happy to see that all of you took in the advice that you got from the course in fine-tuning your pitches for tonight. Very well done to all of you.
Thank you very much, Emma, for your words. Ms. Du Bois?
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed tonight. Michelle, I think what you do is really, really important work. So congratulations and all the best as you continue to just give everyone the opportunity to basically dream and start to carve out where they really want to go. Well done to the ladies. It was nice seeing all of you, and I look forward to seeing how far you guys reach with your ideas. So good night and all the best, everyone.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Du Bois. Dr. Collins, can we come back to you? Are you ready?
My apologies. My husband was just calling to say goodnight. Yeah, so I just want to say all the best. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I've had a long day. I've been up since 3, but you kept me engaged, ladies. I was very impressed with some of your ideas. Actually, most of your ideas, very beautiful ideas. And I think some of them will really help to change and probably reshape some of the cultural practices that we have at home. And I look forward to hearing more about what you do and how your businesses emerge to really create change, and all the best. I love to see women prosper. So I look forward to hearing about you. I'll be asking Michelle, I'll be checking out your social media as well. And so I wish each of you God's richest blessings. And Michelle, again, as you serve these women, may you as well continue to be blessed.
Blessings, blessings, Dr. Collins, and thank you so very much again. And let us hear least, not last, not least, Mr. Collymore, our soul gentleman.
So it was an absolute pleasure and a privilege to be a part of the proceedings tonight. Ladies, hats off to you with all of your various business ventures. I think that there is definitely a space and a need for each and every one of the businesses that you have put forward. What I want to do is to encourage you to stick to it. Let your passions be your purpose as you endeavor to bring these businesses to light, and definitely wish you every success. To the specially invited guests, a pleasant good evening to you, my fellow judges, esteemed judges. Very good questions, comments, and feedback to the presenters, and of course, Michelle, to you and to all St. Lucia for continuing to do the much needed work at developing entrepreneurship and developing the passions of these ladies throughout the network. Despite being thoroughly outnumbered this evening, you all made me feel very welcome. So again, I know it's been a long night, and I just wish to echo the sentiments of all of the ladies there. And thank you for having me. And I assure you that I am at service to you and the network. And feel free to reach out. This is my first, but it'll definitely not be my last. So pleasant good evening to all of you.
And I want to say a very big thank you to all of our judges who agreed to be part of this event. They volunteered their time and their expertise. And you ladies, of course, are being assessed, privately by those judges. There's a rubric that they're filling out on your presentations. And the surprise is basically that once those scores are tabulated, you will know who the prize winners are, but it will not be revealed until graduation day. So I know it's a long time to wait, but good things come to those who wait, right? I am a full believer in that. So I am going to charge you ladies to continue working on your pitches, continue fine-tuning your business plans, so that when the time comes for a formal pitch competition for investors or to investors, you are ready. And you're not just ready, you are ready with documents in hand, okay? So ladies, hats off to you again. This is your final activity in the St. Lucia program. And I'm just going to encourage you to continue connecting with each other. The network is open. It is open. Continue to liaise with one another and work on your business plans and your ideas, because I know some of you are tweaking, some of you are changing. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But the idea is that you know that you have a support system there for you. I am here for you. SLUDTERA members are here for you. All staff is here for you. And of course, you have professionals and experts such as Mr. Collymore, Dr. Collins, Miss Charles, Miss Du Bois, who are available, ready to give a bit of word of advice and point you in the right direction. A special thank you to our special guests from the U.S. Embassy who graced us with their presence. Thank you so much, Miss Lissa Howell, Miss Simone Kendall, and also from the technical mission of the Taiwan Embassy, Miss Sophia Jan. Thank you so much for joining us. Miss Lissa Joseph of DBS, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And our other guests who joined us from SLUDTERA. Yes, some of my members are actually here this evening. They wanted to come and support you and, listen to your presentations and give some encouraging, support in the chat. So if you did not hear anybody, that's okay. Turn your eyes to the chat and you will see all of those empowering messages just piling on from our from our guests. So again, ladies, you are the one who made it all happen. You made that decision to take that step. And with the effort and by God's grace, you can and you will do it by God's grace. Keep remembering that by God's grace, you can do it. Believe in yourself, believe in the Father. If it's for you, it will happen. Not in your time, but in His time. But when it does happen, embrace it and give that testimony that I did not give up, and now is my time to shine. So ladies, have a blessed evening. I will be continuing to communicate with you via our regular platform. Continue to work. Don't give up. Continue to work. Okay, or St. Lucia is here to stay, hopefully. Is here to stay, hopefully, for another year. But we are getting ready for Cohort 2. All right. So for those of you who are not aware, I'm just going to give a plug in. Cohort 2 is already in full swing. Our ladies are already doing their prerequisite courses before they start the launch on the 10th of October. And we are welcoming over 47 ladies into Cohort 2. We're very excited. It's a larger group this time around. We're excited to have them. We have a lot of influential women in this group, so I'm very excited about the cohort that we have upcoming. So with this program, with this event, and with this night, I bid you all a wonderful good evening, a farewell. You ladies are awesome. Have a blessed night, everybody. Take care.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.